Hello everyone, welcome to the Captain's videoweblog. We are Friday, August the 26th, 2016, and I'm still at home. Oh boy. What a fucking waste that was. So yeah, I'm not even leaving tomorrow because, I kind of feel that it's just not worth the hassle today. Well, this week. Because I've called my friend like a couple of times in the morning. I tried around noon too, and couldn't reach them. So I kind of gave up. And he told me, yesterday I felt that I had to go to the hospital, and I was like, okay, well, I think that it is a lot of bullshit because you first told me on Wednesday that you were going to answer me, and on Thursday I sent you a message, sure, but the message said that you could, answer pretty much until, today at noon. I didn't say it in that kind of words, I just kind of said, yeah, well, you know what? Fuck it. We're giving up this week and maybe another week, but another week means around the end of the year, because both my parents start working again on next week, probably, on Monday. So I'm not entirely sure that it's even possible for them to get me to the train station on Friday afternoon. But maybe I'll try. We'll see. But at any rate, it's not really a cool week. Like when I last night, I just couldn't fall asleep. Like I probably stayed awake until 6 a.m. Knowing full well that my phone was going to ring around 7:30, and I woke up even before that. So I think I slept like 1 hour tops. It's really tiring. I slept a bit during the afternoon after the point where I had given up. But yeah, basically that's the whole thing. But still, I'm not giving up on watching a lot of anime. I mean, I still have around 24 hours to watch. That is now counting what aired today. So yeah, and to be fair, what aired today is added to what already aired. Well, the rest of the past 2 weeks. So yeah, there's that. But silver lining to this week, Marseille finally won, and they played well. They played as a team. They won 2-0 against Lorient. Now, in another season, that would have been good, but at the start of this season, it doesn't really mean anything because they had already lost 2 times by, they had already conceded 6 goals, which is 3 in the 2 matches, actually. But still, we've seen actual teamwork. We've seen, well constructed chances. Even Kabila seems to play at his place. That's at his spot, the spot that he should play at. So that's a good thing. That's really a good thing. I am really pleased. The problem is, it happens now, and I just hope that they're not going to get too complacent. Because next week there's no game because of the first matches of the World Cup qualifiers. France is gonna play against oh fuck, who they're playing against? Italy, yeah. Oh yeah, of course they're playing against Italy because they are testing the video referee. Which is really just the greatest thing ever, video refereeing. Because 10 years ago, that's because of kind of video refereeing that Zidane got a red card in the final of the 2006 World Cup against Italy. You know, the headbutt. That was something. So yeah, I cannot emphasize enough how much this is pretty much meme magic becoming reality. Uh, so yeah, the next game for Marseille is on my birthday actually, the 11th, September the 11th, against Nice in Nice. Nice, who are in the Europa League, so yeah, we'll see against a team that can actually play. We'll see if Marseille can keep the good stuff coming. What's it? Oh, there's my dog. He's really happy. Hello, dog. Yeah, he's really happy. I think it's been pretty hot today. I don't actually remember because I spent most of the day, kind of lying on my back with the soft breeze of a fan. I think one of the greatest inventions of the last 20 years, as I can see in old shows and old cartoons where fans, they are rotating. So, and you couldn't stop them, and now we have this little switch that you can pull or push, and that will stop the rotation. And I think that's a really great thing. You don't have to do that kind of weird thing when it's really hot and you have to move to stay with the wind in your face. I feel like it's a really great thing. To be fair though, this one fan that we have here doesn't have the thing to hold it, so we kind of, it's improv with a fan because it's been mounted pretty hastily, so the blades sometimes touch the grid, the fence, the chain link, the chain mail, the metal part when in certain positions, and so we kind of have to improvise on how to put it. So yeah. So anyway, let's talk about a bit of a thing that's happening in my country being France, and today has been pretty hefty news about that thing. So there's this big controversy that I think started around the last month. I think it was in the middle of July. I remember that because it was an off day on the Tour de France. It was supposed to be a camp where for Muslim people only near Marseille, and for women the dress code was the burkini, which is just a thing, sort of a swimwear for Muslim women, but just in France we have this weird thing where secularity, but when you look at some laws that are passed, you can really feel that it's really more about keeping the country as Christian as it is. I've read an article saying that non-religious people, the number of non-religious people would decline by starting in 2050, and as someone who doesn't really believe in God, that's something that okay, well, sure. Why not? So later in the summer, so earlier this month, a couple of towns in the Mediterranean coast passed decrees, municipal decrees, banning not, they didn't name it directly, but clothing that would not be according to the spirit of secularity that is promoted in France. And like 3 days ago, a woman was fined on one of those cities because not only that, she didn't really have anything that was really written about in that decree. She was wearing a t-shirt and she got fined because she wouldn't want to remove her t-shirt to go swim. And I think that it's a lot of bullshit, because I've swum a lot of times in t-shirts, and if I had to be fined every time I did that, well, I think I would be broke. So yeah, it's been deemed anti-constitutional like today by the Constitutional Council, and yeah, that's pretty much. I think that it's not the end of this, but yeah, it's not only is it not going to help the image of France for other countries, but I think it's really going to help one kind of people who are terrorists, who in their propaganda material say that will be able to say that, yeah, France doesn't like Muslims, and now you know it, they have arrested a woman because she was wearing something on her head, and like, oh boy, what are you even doing? And our Prime Minister said, yeah, I kind of agree with those decrees, and I'm like, shut up, you're not helping your case, damn it. So yeah, just great stuff. It's really, really great. Good job. Really helping the president getting re-elected next year. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow.